Hey everybody, it is Shona here from Shona Speaks, and I am back with another episode. It is early in the morning and my baby still sleeps, so keep in mind my voice. But I want to get on here and talk about a post I made, and it's pertaining to this guy in Muskegon. He's a unhealthy person in the mind, I would say. And I say this due to the nature of the fact that he pretty much preyed on me every chance he got. And it sucked because before it got to that point, I really viewed him as a really close friend and many others. Because it wasn't just like a one-on-one thing, all the time. I met him through one of my old friends. She was actually dating him, and she introduced me to his friend and a whole group of people, and we all just became the bestest of friends, hanging out, partying all the time. I can't say no names for the protection of the innocent, and they don't have nothing to do with this and the things he did as time went on, so I can't even hint at nobody's name. But anyways, it got to a point, like I said, we would always hang out and we was partying or whatever. We was having fun. I wasn't grown yet. That's the biggest hint I can say. But some people were, but I wasn't grown yet. And it would get to a point where, you partying, hanging out, and we would all crash at his brother's apartment. We would party at his brother's apartment, hang out there. That was just our hangout spot, his brother's apartment, all of us. It was a big group of us, just always hanging out. Then, of course, sometimes we would branch off, have our one-on-one time. I end up, hanging out with him. Sometimes I'll hang out with my friend. We'll all hang out together. I hang out with other people from the group. We were all best friends. So I can't make that any clearer. But it got to a point, like I said, we partying, so we drinking, we smoke, whatever. Then eventually you're gonna go to sleep, you're gonna pass out, whatever. And I will wake up and this dude is fondling all over my breast. And I remember the first time it happened, it's like I froze. The fight, flight, or freeze. I froze because I didn't expect that. In my mind, I'm like, what the hell is happening right now? What is happening? So the next morning, I told myself, I'm gonna just go home and just never talk to the dude again. I'm not even gonna bring it up, whatever. I couldn't even talk about it. That's how uncomfortable I was. And he didn't know I woke up because I froze. But anyways, so eventually, I didn't talk to nobody in the group about it. And I'm like, maybe he just misread things. And I kind of gave it a pass. I'm not even gonna lie. And I hate that us women do that sometimes. But I did it. I'm like, okay, that first time maybe he misread things or whatever. But every time I would get to the point where I would be drunk and I pass out, or I go to sleep or whatever, and I stay the night, like I said, it's a group of us, we all stay the night at this apartment, not just me and him, all of us. So it's I looked at everybody as family, what I'm saying, that's my brother, or she my sister, we family, we look out for each other. Every time, I would get to a point where I either pass out or, eventually just going to sleep for the night, I'm waking up to this dude touching on me. and I freeze every time. And what makes matters worse, when I finally got to the point where I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying, I can't stay the night here no more. This is what I'm telling myself. And I wanted to tell his best friend, but I'm like, I can already tell he's gonna switch up the narrative and make it seem like I'm lying, I'm trying to break up their friendship and all this stuff. So I didn't even say nothing. I wanted to tell his brothers, but I'm like, that's his family. I'm not even trying to mess up his family. I wanted to tell, my friend, but at that point, some things were left with her. She didn't want to be friends with nobody, over some stuff she felt some way about. I'm not even gonna get into that. But so once she was out of the picture, he really preyed upon me. And I was dating somebody at one point, and then when I wasn't dating that person no more, he wanted to date me, and I just didn't feel comfortable with it. Like, I hung out with him after he expressed he wanted to date me, and in my mind, like, maybe that's why he would do that. And that's not me excusing being a predator, being a perv, because that is not okay whatsoever. And like I said, I hate that us women, we make up these things in our mind, like maybe this, maybe that, but it's almost like a natural thing when you don't know why something happened to you and you're trying to make sense of it. So when he expressed like he liked me, he wanted to date me or whatever, I'm just like, eventually I'm like, nah, this ain't right. Like, we supposed to be like best friends. You're supposed to be like my brother. I can't see you as my boyfriend. I'm sorry, I just can't. I can't look at you like that. And of course, definitely after that, I can't be around no person for real. So I figured as time went on in my life, because I didn't always stay in Muskegon. If you know me, you know. I come back to Houston. I lived here after, I left I left Muskegon 2017. And I'm not talking about like at the high school, because originally I left Muskegon 2014, came back 2015, stayed till 2017, and then I was in Houston for all that time up till 2021. And this is where the story continues. So in my mind, I'm thinking all this time went by, I like that no more. Maybe he don't drink and smoke like that, whatever. So of course, he's one of many people who want to hang out with me after me being gone from 2017 to 2021. Of course, so a lot of people want to hang out. I want to hang out with a lot of people. And I'm like, okay, I will see what's up with him, but I won't put myself in a situation on some stay the night at somebody else's house or anything like that. Like, I'm not trying to be on nothing like that. Like, just hang out, what's up, hey bro, I ain't seen you forever, go on by my day, go see somebody else, hang out with somebody else or something. And of course, I'm hanging out with people, seeing family, whatever, and get to the point where we finally hang out and drove to his apartment, which wasn't even in Muskegon. That's the biggest thing I can drop right there for some ladies. It was right outside Muskegon in a nearby city. And he's like, I forgot the exact question he asked me, but it was pretty much pertaining to me going home. And I just remember his answers like, good, because I won't be able to drive you back home tonight. And I'm just, in my mind, I'm like, fuck. I'm in a fucked up situation. I am in a fucked up situation. What did I get myself into? And the only reason why I was in Muskegon, I wasn't coming to live. I was coming to visit with my son so he can see his dad. So my son was spending time with his dad at that time, and I only had one kid at that time, you know. So he's with his dad, and I'm just hanging out with people, whatever. And I was with him, and he talking about he won't be able to take me back to my hotel room that night, and I'm like, fuck. I already know this is about to get, predatorial. He wanted to do shrooms. I'm like, okay, well, if I don't do it, it's just gonna be a bunch of peer pressure to do it, because he already said he's not taking me home, and I don't have nobody to call come pick me up. Like, I couldn't think of nobody to call in that moment, considering the time of day it was. And I'm just like, fuck. So, did it. And luckily, they were weak. And I mean, like, why even bother weak? Like, they were so weak. But he was trying to gas it up, and I'm like, nah, bro, it is what it is. These are weak, and it's okay, But they might be doing a dude to you, but they is weak. I don't know. And I never did that before, so it just hit everybody different. So I borderline felt normal, but I kind of felt the effects. And I told myself, don't go to sleep. Tonight's the night, girl. You gonna pull an all-nighter, because whenever I'm awake, in those moments, like whenever I'm awake, and back in the day when, we was all hanging out, I'll be awake, we all drinking, things of that nature, partying. He wouldn't be like that. It's the moment I go to sleep. So I told myself, stay up all night, which is something I don't do. Your girl never did a third shift job besides being a mother. So, yeah, I was just like, So he had like this huge bed, and I'm like, all right, look, you sleep over there, I sleep over here. And I would describe certain parts of his living room, but it would be too much of a it'd be too much of a giveaway. Just let the story be the biggest hint. So I'm like, look, I'm sleep over here, you sleep all the way over there, and I literally created a huge barrier between us. And I tried to stay up as long as possible. And the moment he thought I was asleep, his hand slowly started going up my leg and touching my butt. And I slowly moved his hand off me. And then he's like, I like how you handled that. And I'm just like, yeah, nah, this ain't that. So stay up. I'm trying my hardest. We not talking whatever. I'm just trying to pretend like I'm asleep. I couldn't fight no more. Eventually I did fall asleep on accident. Next morning I wake up. Y'all, tell me why this dude was like, oh my God, I couldn't help myself. I feel like we close enough. I can be honest with you. I had to go in the bathroom and beat off because I was that horny. What? I'm like, why would he feel comfortable saying this to me? And I'm just like, yeah, let me go. I'm just trying to play it off though. I'm being nice. I'm like, oh wow, that's crazy. He like, yeah, it feels refreshing to be able to hang out with a female and not have sex. Mind you, me and him never had sex, and it never even kinda went there. So you should, you know what I'm saying? You should know what the vibe is when you hang out with me, because it was never that. But yeah, so I play it off. I'm just being nice. Kiki, okay, I'm ready to go, go back to my hotel. I'm like, yeah, never seeing this nigga again. And the crazy part is he had made an appointment. Like, he tried to go all out trying to woo me, and I never wanted him like that. He tried to make like an appointment for me to get a massage somewhere, and I'm like, after some shit like that, no. And like, he was so mad like the day of the appointment and I wasn't responding and all this stuff, and I'm just like, nah, I'm not going, whatever. I can't remember exactly what I said, but in long story short, I told him no. And he was like mad, mad. And I'm like, bro, why would you have this expectation that I would want to be around you after you made a move on me, knowing you used to do what you used to do back in the day on some perv stuff, and you still the same perv now that you was then. So I just wanted to put this out there to my ladies in Muskegon and nearby cities. You know, be mindful of these dudes who like to party a lot, drink a lot, smoke a lot. They take pills, especially pills is big in Muskegon now. Man, look, be careful. When you out, you need to click up with your girls, you know what I'm saying? Don't ever leave your girl alone. Be mindful of these dudes, because they are very predatory. They try to get you drunk and high, and then you wake up and they touching all over you. And that happened to me. It happened to other women that I've spoken to that said some stuff like that happened to them too in Muskegon. And I don't know if it's from the same dude or not. I know it's a bunch of women who I don't know stuff like this happened to. And I don't know how many other women, you know what I'm saying, he done this to. But best believe, I can tell I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. So just be mindful and tell like these young girls coming up, you know, put a bug in their ear, because pretty much we the new quote unquote aunties. I'm 27, you know, so tell these young girls, the 21-year-olds, the 18-year-olds, you know, 17-year-olds, 16-year-olds, because you know they gonna do what they do when y'all not around anyways. So, because it happened to me when I was a teenager, you know, so it's just like these young girls, 16, 17, all the way up, just tell them be mindful, because they don't always know and aware of the type of behavior to look for in these men. Alright? So I love y'all. And also, I wanted to tell you guys to join a friend of me. It's a mental and emotional support group created by me, Jasmine, Cachet, Brittany, and we got our girl Chantrice on the admin team as well, or moderator. Either way it goes, Chantrice, shout out to you, and the other Jasmine as well. So join the group. I'm gonna drop the link below, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.